Hey guys, welcome back to Black Star Anime, the anime community's voice of reason. I'm your host Manny.
And I'm Cody.
And you're watching Let's Talk Anime. For this episode, we're just going to discuss what we've watched so far in the spring season and what you should still be watching.
Alright guys, so we're about, 7 weeks into this spring 2015 season, which honestly means we only have like 6 weeks until the summer 2015 season. But this video, we're going to be talking about what you should still be watching, but we're going to initially start off with what we watched and it didn't meet our cut. Yeah, we'll say that in the nicest way. Yeah,
so starting off, I started watching Show by Rock. I gave it a good 4 episodes. And it really lost me with its poor use of CG. Oh. Like, imagine watching Beck and every time the band goes to perform, it goes to like a CG performance. Like the characters are CG. And
that's weird.
It was so weird. It's not that it was bad. Not the music is bad. They actually do a lot of cool things. But it draws you out of the experience so much. Almost felt like I was watching 2 shows. Totally wasn't into it. So that fell off for me.
Okay. Yeah, I know that they're trying to make their animation a little bit more unique nowadays. We recently read an article that we'll talk about later on in a different video that they need to find a new way to actually make their Japanese animation in order to like adhere to their audience and to the Western audience and the rest of the world. And that CG was supposed to play a big factor. You see it in the Berserk films, the Golden Age arc. You'll see it in Knights of Sidonia. We've seen it in the past with Appleseed movies.
Oh yeah,
but this was just.
I don't like.
This was a failed attempt.
Yeah, I don't mind when they use the CG. Yeah. A lot of times
you have to do it correctly.
So blatant and in your face that it just draws out. It takes you out of the anime.
Right.
Like man. 2 other ones that I'm watching right now and they're losing me. I haven't dropped them yet. I'm still watching it. Number 1 is Nisekoi. I know you dropped Nisekoi in season 1.
Yeah, like
that wasn't for you. I'm in season 2, and right now, 7 episodes in, and they're dragging their feet like hardcore. Like
yo, I'm about to go up to this guy and be like, find a locksmith.
Get your locket fixed. Let's find the key.
Done.
Come on, it's not that hard.
No, just call AAA.
It's not that hard.
Open my locket. Done.
So yeah, right now they're dragging their feet.
No,
so they're losing me. They need to do something semi-exciting in the next 2 episodes to keep me interested.
Alright.
The other one, I'm sure you feel the same way, is I can't understand what my husband's saying.
Look, man.
I loved the first season. Like it was on our favorite. It was on our best anime for 2014.
I can't understand what my husband's saying. It's like here. It's like inside of me. So good.
But this season, I don't know. Like they've
too serious, too quick.
Yeah, it's like too serious, too quick, and they're trying to throw some quips in there, and they're just falling flat.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm on the fence. I might watch.
It turned into a drama with like comedic satire, but it's like goofy, random comedic satire. So it's like a more drama, and you're like, what? No, I can't do that right now. Honestly, I'm worried about this serious situation. Where in the first season, you're like, yo, I don't know what just happened. That's hilarious. You know?
I think the only reason I'm still watching is because they're literally 3-minute episodes.
Yes.
That literally plays a big factor here. If there was a full 25-minute episode, I probably would have stopped.
I wasted more time on Hulu ads than watching
this
one of these shows. Yeah. One of these episodes.
Oh man.
One of my drop from this season was Triage X. It didn't mesh well with me. You know, like I started and I was just like, I feel like this is the way you're going, and I feel like this is the way you presented yourself.
Oh no.
And another one that just did that same exact thing was Ninja Slayer the animation.
Oh yeah. This is the way you presented yourself. And
it should just be called Ninja Slayer / Inferno Cop 2 because it's not really animated. So this is this was Ninja Slayer that they presented, which was like a really colorful, fluid trailer with fight scenes and everything like that.
Well animated.
And then you get this crap. And I was like, what is happening? And some people were like, oh no, that's the point of it. the whole point of the show is to be a joke and blah blah blah. It's like Inferno Cop.
That's not what you marketed.
I'm like, did you watch Inferno Cop? I didn't like that crap either. So why would I like this?
Yeah.
No, it like tore to my emotions. I was like, is this like the Ninja Gaiden anime I've been wanting and waiting for? It was not.
It was not.
Trigger, you pulled the trigger on this one.
It was not.
Terrible.
One that I started expecting to drop, like I planned to give this the 4 episodes, and I wasn't going to keep going, was Yamada-kun and the 7 Witches.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I'm interested in it.
Okay.
I don't rush every week to get the new episode, but it has me intrigued. Essentially, it's harem-ish. Each of the girls has a different special power.
Okay.
So I'm interested in seeing what the other powers are because they haven't revealed all the girls yet.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. They got me. I thought I was going to drop this one. It's hanging in there.
All right, cool.
I know this is a must-watch for you. I'm still trying to catch up, which is Fate Stay Night, a limited Blade Works.
Fate Stay Night Limited Blade Works.
It's arguably the most beautiful anime I've seen in terms of animation.
That aside, every single episode, by the end of the episode, I'm like, just keep it coming. I don't want to watch
lay it on me
for like 3 or 4 weeks so I can just knock them out. But whenever I see there's a new episode, I'm like, I need to watch it. What I really liked about where they're going, these last recent episodes, they're just giving me answers. They're giving me answers that I really wanted. And I didn't really expect that from the pilot episode of the 2nd season, but people die. Like, people getting taken out, and I'm like, whoa, this wasn't an elongated battle over 5 episodes like any other typical anime. They're like, no. It was done in one episode. I was like, oh, what's going to happen next episode?
The series is so great at that. That's why I won action for us last year, the first season.
Yes.
This is a true action series. Every episode there's a fight.
Yes.
It's going to be an awesome epic fight, and you're satisfied.
Yeah. I mean, the last fight that they're going into length with, you have to watch it to understand. I mean, they revealed Archer's true identity, which deserves the amount of episodes they're giving this fight, which is absolutely an amazing fight. Like, this is like the highlight. Screw the Holy Grail. That's not what this show is about. No. Yeah.
It's about the legendary heroes.
Yeah.
Or the heroic spirits, however you want to call them.
For serious.
Yeah. Dude, Ryder was the best part of Fate Zero.
Yes.
The Holy Grail War doesn't matter.
It was all about Ryder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This one, it's really all about Archer, but you don't realize that until the 2nd season. Absolutely fantastic. Must watch.
Another must watch for me. I have 5 that every week, as soon as the episode comes out, I have to watch it. I gotta jump right on it. Number 1, of course, is Kuroko's basketball.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm gonna interrupt you there because Manny's not up to date in Kuroko's basketball.
I'm up to date with what's available on Crunchyroll,
and I'm up to date with what's available on Daisuke, which is like 2 to 3 eps more. So if you're at where I'm at, you'll understand we're like peaking out in this final match.
Oh, I love it. I love the direction that they've gone with it. Like, since season 1, episode 1, Kuroko has not let me down at all.
Nope.
Not the character, the anime in general.
Yeah.
Like, somehow it keeps managing to set the bar higher.
Even the character Kuroko.
The character Kuroko, too, he's awesome.
Because there's certain points in anime that you think Kuroko's like really this important secondary character, but the title actually says it. This is Kuroko's basketball, and this last season, you know, if you watch it, you'll see flashbacks, and they actually show everything that's happened during his middle school area. You know, when he was on this,
how he became what he is.
When he was on this elite squad, he became the Phantom Six Man, and how he plays his basketball the way he does, and how he's integrated into his high school team, and they still. I see more emphasis on Kuroko in this one, you know, also with...
Oh, yeah, definitely. The last season was more emphasis on Kagami, like big time.
Yes, yeah.
And this season has a lot more emphasis on Kuroko.
Yes.
And I'm digging it. Yeah. Like, you got me.
Yo, that Emperor's Eye.
You got me.
Yo, that Emperor's Eye.
All right, another one for me, must watch if you're not watching it, is Heroic Legend of Arslan.
Okay.
Heroic Legend of Arslan, for me, it's just so good. The story that they're telling, how really what I'm really liking about it is the storytelling. Because a lot of anime we watch, it has a good story, but the way they tell the story is just like, well, that came about in a weird manner. Their storytelling is awesome. The animation in the fight scenes are awesome. It's literally a full-on war anime with espionage and betrayal and all that kind of stuff. It's friggin' awesome. So if you're not watching it, Heroic Legend of Arslan.
And that they can watch on the Funimation channel.
Yeah, that's on Funimation app. Next that I have here on my list is Seraph of the End. Cody was very on the ropes for this. He hasn't started it yet.
No, I'm not gonna watch that.
Honestly,
No.
This for me, it's a must watch. For me, it's everything I wanted out of Bleach and Blue Exorcist that I never got.
Now I have to watch it.
Exactly.
You can't drop those two.
Yeah. So
those two. Well, one of them's a very broken show. The other one just like kind of like. This is what Blue Exorcist did. It was like like it didn't fall down.
It didn't do that for me.
Like
it was going in this direction, and then it just turned and it went somewhere else. And I wish it would have went the way initially it was starting. This is doing that.
Yeah, Blue Exorcist used Apple Maps instead of Google Maps at the end.
Oh yeah,
it lost its way.
So Seraph of the End, they got a team. They're building the team. They have weapons that are intelligent. And so it's a mix of the two, and they're making that team dynamic that we thought we were going to get in Blue Exorcist, but we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't.
And they're fighting vampires. I'm like, this is so cool.
They're fighting vampires with Zanpakutos.
They're fighting vampires with Zanpakutos, and it seems they're alluding to it as vampires have Zanpakutos. I was like, you guys are just yes. Thank
Man, I might give it a watch.
Thank
Whatever. I have to watch it.
All right, and another one on our list is Punchline. For me, I'm super excited every time there's a new episode out. I was telling Cody, really, I'm in love with the studio Mappa.
Yeah, Mappa's doing good things.
Mappa is putting out amazing animation.
I mean, a lot of people are hating
clean
on Punchline, but this is a clean show. I'm not up to date. I'm not up to date at all. I mean, I've started it, and like I told Manny what probably a lot of other people said. I was like, all right, so first episode was doing a lot of this. And at the end of the first episode, it just was like, we know you have questions. We're not going to tell you the answers. 1 or 2 panty shots. I was like, whoa. I'm either going to hate you next episode or you're going to give me some answers soon or what the crap is going on. I hate the cat. The cat's always watching cat porn.
I love the cat because he's hilarious.
Yo. Forget that cat.
But he keeps bringing up more questions.
The characters,
answering them on purpose.
The characters are interesting. I will give it that.
Yes, that's really one of the biggest straws this has. The characters.
Yeah, they're in like this whatever apartment house, boarding house, whatever. All right, so I don't know if you watched it, but whenever I see any type of like boarding house where everyone knows each other in an anime, I always think of Dorkota.
No, I've never seen it.
Yo, Dorkota was like the wackest anime ever, but it was so good funny at the same time. It, like, I'm not even getting into depth with it, but that's where it kind of reminds me of, because Dorkota was like very quirky, but these two animes are not comparable at all. I just want to say that out loud. But dude, Strange Jujutsu. She beating Roberto with a straw.
With a metal straw. It's amazing. The fight scenes.
I don't think it's amazing. It's just weird.
Well, no, it's amazing. The creativity they're putting into it.
Yes, this is a creative show.
With the fluidity of the animation.
Yes.
It's super fluid.
If you thought Ninja Slayer, the animation is creative, you need to watch freaking Punchline.
Yes.
And I've seen a big line where it's like Ninja Slayer animation and then people that like Punchline. So we're kind of like, we're in this in-between. Besides really hating Ninja Slayer. And one of us really likes Punchline. I'm in the in-between.
It's because you haven't had answers yet. Answers start coming towards mid-season. It's okay. I'm in love with this.
I'll get to answers. I'm like an ep away from answers.
All right. Last on my list, I'm sure this is on your list too, is of course My Love Story.
Dude, My Love Story is like the best from this season.
If you're not watching My Love Story, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it very wrong.
You're not watching anime correctly.
No, you're not.
My Love Story, possibly the best this season.
Yes. Possibly.
It's right up there with all the battle stuff that's up there this season. Freaking, what's his name? The main character.
You don't need to know his name. You don't need to know his name at all.
He's just so cool.
You don't need to know his name.
He's the coolest character.
If you don't know his name, you need to watch the show. I'm not saying that because I forgot his real name. I know his name. But you need to watch the damn show.
But yeah, he's so cool. He's tough. He's compassionate. He's strong. He's good at everything physical.
He's good at everything physical.
Literally everything physical.
Like, he would pick up a car to save a kitten. And then he's like, but I'm actually a really fast sprinter. You didn't know this about me. Yes. I could sprint halfway across Tokyo because I was like second place in the Japan National Sprinting Olympics or some random crap.
It's great.
Like, what?
And then he's in love with the cutest, smallest girl. It's such an odd mismatch.
I'm going to say this. I hate that girl.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the main reason. It's not... She cooks. She cooks desserts. That's where I'm at. That's why I want to beat. You cook me desserts? I hate her voice.
She has the soft, high voice.
I hate that voice.
I like her character, though.
Yes, her character's good. I hate the voice.
I like her character. Yeah. Honestly, I love all the characters they've introduced so far in the show. It's just amazing. The storytelling's great. The pacing's actually really good. I don't feel like it's dragging at all. My love story.
The comedic relief.
Oh, man.
It's so good.
The comedy in this show.
It's so funny.
It's so good. The timing of it.
The best way to describe my love story is like quirky. The main character is really like quirky. Like he's so weird.
He's awkward, but not.
He'll get up in your face and be like, "What's wrong with you? Do you need help?" He's like a 6'4" like gorilla looking guy, and it's like the funniest thing ever. Yeah, he's like the funniest thing ever. But he'll like save a bird with a broken wing because his pinky's the size of a tree branch. Great show. Period.
Great show.
Great show. So whenever I think of a food anime and a shonen, I never diverge into the realm of hentai, which is far left.
No, to clarify, it's not full on hentai, but this is damn close.
This is close. I don't watch hentai, and I know this was hentai.
Like, technically, it's not because there's no sexual acts. But people are climaxing
and getting
from eating food
and getting squid penetrated from the nasty food. Like, and this is all in episode 1 of Souma. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that food anime,
Food Wars.
Look, yeah, I started. I was like, dude, this looks really cool. You know, it has very shonen elements. You obviously know who the main character is with different color hair. He said, I'm gonna beat my dad. I'm in my last year of junior high, as usual. After this, I'm gonna become the cook. I'm gonna take over the family, you know, the family restaurant. But I need to beat the best, which is my dad. So that's my goal. That's my journey. I was like, this is really cool. Let's do this. And then you whip out meat juices, and people are literally climaxing.
I seen like
one meat juices, and I was like, what is this?
I watched one clip that was about 2 minutes long.
They lost me on episode 1.
Yeah, that's from episode 1. I was like, no, that's totally not what I was expecting a little bit of ecchi.
But not all that.
No, this is like...
People complaining about 2 panty shots in one episode in Punchline.
Yeah, people complaining about panty shots in Punchline. Holy crap.
I hate panty shots. But they only did like 1 or 2. I was like, oh, whatever, let's move on. And it wasn't like they were like staring at her, emphasizing panty shots. He was like, oh, it's not panty. But dude, freaking Souma, like you can see for yourself, dudes are climaxing to meat juices.
It's like it's hardcore.
And people that are like up to date, like I said, I'm not up to date. They're like, it calmed down a lot, whatever, you know, it calmed down a lot. But the fact of the matter that you had to put all this in your first episode makes me think that your later content, which I know is not true because I know people that read the manga and they talk to me about it, but it makes me feel that your later content is lacking. That it's just going to be like a crap show.
You have to supplement it with all the ecchi.
So you have to bring the people in with this super hentai food wars, and then you tell me later on it calms down. No, you already lost me, and that's the disappointing part. You know, I went in there and I was like, I heard great things about this manga. I'm gonna watch this anime. It's gonna be awesome, and you lost me in episode 1.
It
disappointing.
Happens.
Yep, it does happen.
It happens.
Another one that's been just a lot of talk on the grapevine for me personally, I'll say unfortunate reasons, because I hate when the fandoms just take an anime by the throat
and strangle it.
And just strangle it
the life out of it
into their little ships or whatever they call it these days. But how to pick up girls in a dungeon.
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Yes, there was a different fan sub of that I was not watching. because I only support Crunchyroll and official sites like Daisuke and Funimation. So what I liked about this is that it's not, you know, it has that like virtual MMO feel, but it's not. You know, this is just a world. It is a fantasy. It wasn't heavy on like fantasy elements. Yeah, they have dungeons that they're going into, but they have different species of people. So they'll have like a wolf person, they'll have like a cat person, which I hated because the cat person was a maid. And there's two things I hate: people that dress up like cats and maids. So when you combine them, I hate it. I absolutely hate that. Yeah, never going to Japan now, whatever. But I liked it because nothing was like really explained. Like they explained the gods and goddesses, they explained the familias, but that was really it.
There's there's no handhold.
Yeah, and here are the adventurers. You know, let's go have an adventure. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, the main character is likable. There's nothing great about him, but he's likable.
I'm with you though. The fandom for this show is just
already strangled it.
It's strangling the life out of this otherwise seemingly awesome show.
I don't think it's awesome. I think this is just an overall good show. Like if I would have to rate it, it would probably be like a very solid 3 or 3.5. Like for me so far, I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in. There's nothing I've seen that's like overwhelming. Like it's nothing that's made me think this is like one of the greatest shows ever made, and there's nothing from the characters that a lot of other, you know, fandoms that are hyping up from this anime that make me feel like these characters are the greatest characters in existence.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you're still watching this season and what you dropped from your list. We'll see you next time. Oh, let's talk anime. And I suggest you escape if you hating on Richie, cause I'll make sure you rest in the grave. I'm an assassin, that's what I do every day with a passion. I be making cash flip, cop the latest fashion. Every time I step out looking flyer than a ninja dragon.